after the birth of Christ, then we can sing just carols. Up until that point, we're anticipating the baby being born. So now Christ is born, Christ is alive, may Christ be alive in each and every one of us. I arrived at 7:30 this morning, and we don't turn off the heat in either room. We turn it down low. It was 50 degrees in here and 55 in the sanctuary. Well, I turned the heat on in here to 65, turned the heat on to 68 in the sanctuary, and at 8:45 it was still 55 degrees in the sanctuary. And I'm thinking, oh my heavens, I can't even stand being in here. So do I call people and say, bring extra coats and hats? Or do we do the shift? God has given us a place to shift, knowing that God is wherever we look for God. So it's warm in here, and here we are. So we'll have a couple chairs. So those of you who are here for our Christmas Eve service know that we did candle lighting, and it was heartwarming, or for many of us. So we give thanks for that. If you are new to our service, on the flip side of the order of service are the activities coming up this week. On the 31st, which is this coming Tuesday, Andrea is preparing a New Year's Eve dinner, and that goes from 5 to 6:30. But our New Year's Eve gratitude service doesn't start until 7:30. So in between, we're going to show the video of the fourth wise man. It's a little over an hour long. Martin Sheen, Alan Arkin, and Eileen Brennan are starring in the fourth wise man. So that will begin precisely at 6:30. We're celebrating New Year's in the Dominican Republic time zone. So at 8 o'clock California time, it will be midnight in the Dominican Republic. So we will ring the bell to bring in the new year, a new decade. We are starting a new decade. And are we not grateful? Yes, we are indeed grateful. And we go on to, what are our joys? What do we want to celebrate? Yes?
Today is my husband Frank Baradas' birthday.
Yes! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you!
He's a Sunday boy.
Yes, he is. Very good. And what else do we want to celebrate and give joy for? Yes.
I'm very grateful that we have someone in our congregation that knows something about the heating and air. Thank you, Bob, for coming.
Thank you, Bob Donnelly.
Thank you for coming early.
Here we are using them already for our service.
Yes.
They're so comfortable.
Aren't they comfortable?
Yes.
And I'd like to give thanks to Shara Garrett,
Yes.
who not only ordered them, but she had them delivered to her house. She enlisted her husband to bring them, and I think Jordan was part of taking the wrappings off and everything, but yes.
She found them two things.
He replaced the deadbolt and the door handle for the kitchen door, and he helped me put in batteries and all the motion sensors, and I'm just very grateful that I have a partner that truly is a partner.
Yes.
Great for Tom.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Tom. This is a different Tom.
Tom, hi guys.
Hi, Tom.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yes.
I just wanted to give thanks for my joy. My son's birthday was the 27th. He would have been 37. So
Yes.
I miss him a lot. You know, he teaches me to stay strong, and that's why I'm here.
Yeah, he remains in your heart.
Yeah, he sure
Yes.
does.
Yes.
Burning.
Yes. Well, how many of you have seen It's a Wonderful Life, the film?
The original?
Yeah. I didn't know they made another one.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, in A Wonderful Life, every time a bell rings, what happens?
Angels and angels.
Yes. Well, this Christmas at 6 p.m., my sister-in-law went on to glory after an illness that has been going on since the mid-1970s, but more severely. And you know that I've been visiting her every month up in Oregon. And I felt that on Christmas Day, she got her wings.
Oh,
Yes, yes. And about 8 or 9 years ago, when we were having our Christmas dinner on Christmas Day, because I was a chaplain up at the hospital, I was called to a family who lost their mother on Christmas Day. Their mother passed. And she was mature, you know, she was in her early 90s, which isn't that mature anymore. But it was my honor to be there. But at that time, I wish I had been able to let them know that their mom got her wings on Christmas Day. Because many times there's a sadness that happens for us during periods of time. And finding a way to honor the people, honor the experience, without diminishing the love that Christ has for each and every one of us. Well, giving thanks for those joys. Eternal God, by the birth of Jesus Christ, you gave yourself to the world. Grant that being born in our hearts, he may save us from our sins and restore within us the image and likeness of our Creator, to whom be everlasting praise and glory, world without end. Amen. Oh, gracious God, we are indeed thankful to be here, to be alive, to offer the love that you have given us to everyone we meet, knowing that not everyone knows you, not everyone knows your care for each of us. May we honor not only one another, but give honor and thanks for our lives. As your Son was created, each of us have been created to bring light to this world. May we all do so. Amen.
Amen.